So when you think of elephants, you probably think of them in the zoo or at a circus because you don't live in Africa and you don't see how it really is for them. In the zoos and circus, they're sad and poorly socialized and overworked and abused, which is really sad for such a smart creature. According to the World Wildlife Fund, 3 to 5 million elephants were present in Africa in the 1930s and 1940s. And they slowly went down to endangered through a lot of the threats to their society, but now they're back up to a vulnerable status, which is a little bit better, but still we need to do something about it. So I'm going to talk to you about the physical features and behaviors and the threats against African elephants in this day and age. Some of the physical features of an African elephant is that they're 11 feet tall at the shoulder and that they weigh 6 tons, which is roughly 12,000 pounds. They're 19 to 24 feet long, and they have larger ears than the Asian elephant, and they have tusks, which is how they're easily distinguishable. The African elephant diet is a herbivore diet, which is made up of mostly grass, twigs, and fruits and seeds, and stuff of that nature. And then according to Paul Jensen in Out to Africa, the elephant will eat 5% of its body weight a day, which is 600 pounds of food, but they only digest about 40% of that, and they drink around 30 to 50 gallons of water. The habitat that African elephants live in is the tropical and subtropical moist broadleaf forests, flooded grasslands and savannas, Miombo grasslands, and acacia savannas. And that's all obviously in Africa. And then their behaviors is that they live in small family groups with about 3 to 4 offsprings and all of the young children, which is then run by one matriarch because all intelligent mammals live in a matriarchal society. And then the males are removed at 12 to 15 years of age. And then these families visit each other at a water hole, which is sort of like a playground for elephants. Now to get to the threats against African elephants. The first one is loss of land for agriculture and settlements, which is pretty common because many parts of Africa are third world countries and they're trying to develop and move out to expand their communities. And so, according to the World Wildlife Fund, the African elephants' range shrank from around 3 million square miles in 1979 to just over 1 million miles in 2007, which is a pretty big drop. And then this loss of land leads to human conflict with the elephants, which is how a lot of them are killed, because guards will shoot problematic elephants who are trampling around in, the forests and the fields right around people's houses or their little farms. And then the humans can even die from the trampling, which is pretty severe for them. And then elephants also have to deal with the capture and sale, which is a lot of what we see in America is elephants who've been captured and sold to circuses and zoos. And they can use ropes, drugs, winches abusively to capture these elephants, and then the elephants suffer from a lack of socialization, which can be really saddening for these elephants. The most common threat against elephants that we hear about in this day and age is the ivory trade, which is illegal, but they don't have much to stop the people. And there's been a recent surge in ivory hunting, and many of the 100,000 elephants that are killed a year are killed just for their tusks. And they use these tusks to make jewelry and buttons and weapons and stuff like that. And so, an elephant is nature's great masterpiece, the only harmless great thing. That was said by John Donne. And I don't understand why people can harm such a harmless great creature. Elephants can communicate from 5 to 6 miles apart, and they know how to paint, and they can remember everything that they see in their lives. So they're shown to be an intelligent creature, and I think that we should do something to stop the threats against them. Thank you.
Hashtag don't buy ivory.